Okay, I got it.
All right. So when it wants to. All right. So welcome, Miss Karen. Welcome all our viewers that are going to be seeing this later on. Maybe this evening, maybe tomorrow. I don't know, but we are so excited to bring you some information about biohacking and nutrigenomics. Now, not a lot of people know about that, and that's why we love sharing what we do, what we've discovered, what we found out. My name is Daisy Vasquez. For those of you that don't know me, I'm doing the call today together with Aida. Aida is going to be telling you all about the technology and what biohacking really has to do with, how it can help you fix your body and feel better. So I'm going to pass it over to her in a short while. Afterwards, I'm going to be back and I'm going to be telling you all about the products that we have with our company, what they can do for you, how they can hack you, and also just a little bit about a business opportunity in case that's something that you're interested in. We have a lot of people that are going to be looking at this, so we have to be sure to cover all the bases. But first, we want to tell you all about the amazing technology that we found out about. For myself, I've been biohacking myself for about 3 years now. Aida recently started and joined me, and she's just been feeling so great. So I want her to tell you all about it. So Aida, why don't you go ahead, take it away.
Yes, ma'am. Welcome everybody that is here, the ones that are going to watch it later. For the ones that don't know me, my name is Aida Cirino-Lee. I'm from Puerto Rico, and I'm also a biohacker, also a holistic health practitioner and a coach. I have a company, and the name is RX for Everlasting Health. And I came into this product because I have a friend, and it's my son's godmother, that suffered of seizures. And she got into a point where the doctor said that there's nothing else they can do for her. Not even the surgery that they have for seizure was good for her, because her seizure was all over the brain, not in one site, so that they cannot operate on her. So it's like she had to live with it. She gets 7 seizures a day sometimes. So I was searching for something that I can help her with, that she don't have to suffer with it, with it. So as I was searching, Miss Daisy came into me and she presented me the product. So I said to myself, let me do more research, deeper research. And the more I research, the more things that I find out. I find out that it not only wasn't good for the seizure, but it's good for everything else, like diabetes and high blood pressure and all kind of chronic diseases. I suffer of high blood pressure. I suffered stroke when I was in my 30s. I said, this is something I want to take. It says that it's 10-year life. So I decided, okay, I'm going to take it. I put my husband in it. And my husband was pre-diabetic, and his blood pressure was out of control. My blood pressure was, and I was taking 2 pills. Now I'm only taking 1, and when I need it. That's how good that this product has made me feel. And I said to myself, if you make me feel good, and it can prevent so many diseases, because it treats the root cause of disease instead of just the disease. When you go to the doctor, they are treating your disease. That's why they treat everybody the same. They're not treating the root cause of what causing. It's like if you have a car, for example, and you know that you have a leaking on the oil, you're going to fix the leaking and then put oil, not change the brand of oil, and put it into the car, and then the car continue leaking, and the hole getting bigger, breaking other things, and nothing is fixed. So that's exactly what happened with medicine. When I saw this, I said, no, this is something I have to share. I have to share this. So, and this have to do with big words that you probably haven't heard before. For example, nutrigenomics. And what is nutrigenomics? Nutrigenomics is the study of nutrients and foods. How can the nutrients and food can change the genetics, your cells, and the way that your body work. And by doing it by food, with the foods, nutrients. How can we make it work? Okay, this company have been here for a long time already. It's been here since 2009, and this is a company that have made a lot of money. If we go to the next slide, I don't know if you understand how our body have been hijacked. You know how hijacking, when people talk about the word hijacking, they think about computers. How people go to find the codes of the computer and they've been hijacked. Well, we've been hijacked by the food industry. We've been hijacked by the domestic industry. We've been hijacked by the air that we breathe. Everything that we breathe, everything that we eat, everything that we consume with the 5 senses, everything can cause disease, can cause free radicals, can cause oxidative stress, increase inflammation, increasing your possibility of having a chronic disease. So what I'm trying to teach you here today is how to biohack your body, how to take control of your body, how to optimize your genetic responses, okay? How to become your best self, your best version of yourself, and not depend on medications that are going to give you all these kind of side effects. They might prolong your life, but not the quality of your life, okay? So to tell you a little bit background about the company, this company started in 2003. But back then, you know, what they did is that they put this product in the shelf of a GNC, which is a vitamin place, where nobody know what it did. Okay, because nobody know what it did, you know, they didn't make that many sales, and they still make $3 million, you know, of sale a year, even though that people didn't know what it was. But one day, the people in the corporate office decided, you know, we have to do something different. This makes such a big difference that we had to put it out there, okay? Because what this product does is reduce your oxidative stress. Now, I'm going to explain you a little bit before I go to the rest, what is oxidative stress, so you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so I make a little drawing here. You know, don't laugh about my drawing. I don't have no artistic abilities, okay? So this is a cell. That's how the cells look. You have your nuclei, and you have your organelles inside, you know, mitochondria that give you energy and all that. And then we have enzymes. You know, the green things are the enzymes, and the black dots are the toxins. Okay, so every single time that we metabolize our food, the air, any chemical and anything that you put into your body, the body needs to metabolize. So it's a normal production of our body that when they metabolize, they release a free radical. A free radical is a negative ion. Okay, so when those free radicals accumulate into your body, accumulate into the cell, okay, then these little, I call it like brushes, like brooms, they just sweep it out and take out all the dirt out, you know, the little. But what happened with these enzymes, that as we grow older, around your 20th birthday, you start making less. That's why when you are growing, have you noticed that when you're growing, you're still looking very young, but then when you hit 20, you know, you almost look the same at 30, but you can tell that the aging process have touched your body some, because this free radical process is the process of aging as well. But what happens is that because of the way that we eat nowadays, all the chemicals that we put in our body, the air that we breathe, the stress that we live in, you know, back and forth, running this and doing all these things, all the stress that we go in life, abuse and everything else, then the radical amount accumulate, and it's more, but we have less of this enzyme. Less. Okay? So what happened? That it's not getting clean, and because it's not getting clean, those negative enzymes, it's saying, I want a pair, I don't want to be lonely. So they burst this cell to go to the next one, and to go to the next one, and to go to the next one, and that's what causes inflammation and diseases into our body. Okay, so we have a doctor. His doctor is our founder, and doctor is Dr. Joe McCord, and he won an Elliott Crescent Award. Okay, it's an award that scientists win that is in the same level as a Nobel Prize. And he found out that there's a protein called NRF2 that will activate the genes that will secrete those enzymes that you need. Okay, so those enzymes that you need is similar to antioxidants. So usually what happens is that, remember all that in the last 20 years, maybe all that grow about antioxidants and taking antioxidants, and they came up, you know, with different things and different. You go to the GNC, for example, they have all type of antioxidants. And they also tell you, you know, to eat good antioxidants. But what happens is that the food nowadays, even if you buy a broccoli from now that is organic, and you compare it to a broccoli 100 years ago, it still don't have the same amount of nutrients that it had now because of the depletion in the earth and everything that we have done to this earth. Okay? So that's one thing. The second thing is that when you take an antioxidant, it works into a 1:1 ratio. And we are making now, because of the way our bodies are working and the things that we're consuming and everything that we put in our bodies, we are making in the everyday a 3 with 23 zeros. That's the amount of free radicals that we make a day. A 3 with 20, I cannot even say the number. The 3 to 23 zero, okay? So if you're taking an orange, or if you're taking one pill, you might discount 1 zero, maybe. in the day. And in order to even discount that much, you need to, if you say, okay, let me take vitamin C, let me take it from orange, then you need to eat 360 oranges a day. Who can consume that? Nobody will. When God made us with the enzymes that will take 1 million free radicals a second. But because we don't have that, the protein that activate them, we're not making it, and we're producing disease. So Mr. Joe find this out, and then he created a formula that will activate your cells to make the protein, and the proteins will be able to clean up everything. So if you be able to clean up everything, that means that make a more stable, healthy, and strong cell. And you know that cells are like photocopy. We are reproducing ourselves over and over and over. So now you're producing healthy cells, stronger cells. So if you're producing healthy cells and stronger cells that can fight inflammation, that can fight oxidative stress, that means that you're going to be healthy, that you're going to be able to prevent disease, or either make a better disease, even reverse. And now we are not allowed to say that we can cure anything, but if you can give your body exactly what God intended to have to produce to make you healthy, I'm not going to say it, but those are the results. So what happened was that after they put it in the GNC and nothing happened, and corporate decided, we need to do something different. Then Mr. Quiñones, I don't know if you ever met him, he's from an investigating report, decided to study the product, and the name of the product is Protandim. He decided to study the product. He give his blood. They check the levels of oxidative stress, because that can be checked with blood tests. And then he took the product for about 2 weeks, and they come back and they recheck the blood again. And he have reduced his oxidative stress at 40%. So can you believe that after that happened, they make, I don't remember the number of how much they sell within 1 day. I think it was, Daisy, how much was that they sell after 1 day?
5 million that night versus 3 in a year.
They made 5 million in 1 night instead of a year after they see that. After that came out into the news, then many companies and many institutions decided to study it. So this is the product. The product is Protandim, and it's totally natural, natural. It's made out of things that you're probably taking it already. For example, turmeric. Turmeric, that is very good anti-inflammatory, very good antioxidant. It's good for Alzheimer's, it's good for diabetes, it's good for arthritis. Then you have milk thistle that is really good for your liver. Then you have green tea that is also a great antioxidant, good for weight and many other things. Then you have bacopa extract that is also really good for the liver. And you got ashwagandha that is an adaptogen and also very good for neurological issues. So what they did is they make a synergy of this ingredient. So if you take it, if you go home and you decide I'm going to take it by myself and buy all these synergy together, you're not going to make that synergy that they created, that they know that activate the NRF2 in order for you to produce those sweepers, like I call it, those enzymes. And those enzymes are the ones that are here in the slide, the super oxidized dismutase, the catalase, and the glutathione. Not only that, but they have already studied that they have found that deficiency in one of these things causes several diseases. So why not be able to replenish all these things so that you can prevent and even make improvement in any condition that you have. So they also proven that taking the Protandim can prolong your life at 7%. You can live 7% longer. How much can you do in 7% longer? So now people are going to say, yeah, but I take this medication for diabetes and it's making me feel longer, live longer. But it's not also living longer. It's the quality of your life, because the medication for diabetes, they might lower your sugar at the moment, but they continue to make damage. And all these medications, they need to be metabolized into your body, and they're going to cause more free radicals on top of all the free radicals that you're taking from all the other things that you are consuming. So they are helping you with something, but they're causing more free radical, causing more oxidative stress. The root cause of that disease is still not getting any better. You see? So you will be in prolonged condition with the medication, when with this, you're giving your body exactly the tools that it needs to be able to work properly and heal itself. Okay? So like I said, I've been taking this product and I'm amazed of the things that I have done with me and with my husband. The energy that I have, my blood pressure under control. You know, I used to have pains, and also I work out. And I used to, if I do legs or if I did a lot of weight, the next day I couldn't go to the gym because my body was like so sore. Ever since I've been taking this and be able, the recovery after exercise is amazing. And this company not only make this product, make a whole other products that Miss Daisy is going to discuss with you later. But after that, I want to tell you, listen, the studies that have done in protandim has been very extensive. After they saw that show, there were many universities wanted to study the product and find out how it worked. Another thing is that if you know PubMed.gov, that's the engine where all the doctors, all the studies are put on. So when you need to research anything on any kind of disease, you go to that particular engine. So if you go there and you type protandim, you're going to find over 23 studies about protandim. If you go over there and you type oxidative stress, you're going to find out, I don't know how many, like a whole bunch. Now, if you want to be more specific, that's what I did when I was doing the research for my friend. If you type the effects of oxidative stress to diabetes, the effect of oxidative stress to whatever this is, arthritis, whatever it is, you're going to see all the studies. And in 99% of all the studies, oxidative stress and inflammation is the reason, or what they call the pathogenesis, which means the origin of disease, of these diseases. Okay, so it's very important. If you want to go beyond and you're the kind of person that like to research, I mean, you're going to be amazed of what controlling oxidative stress can mean to your life. Okay, so this is like the page that you see it when you go into the engine. And let me tell you what the free radical and oxidative stress does. When those free radicals and oxidative stress is accumulated and start damaging cells, they damage your heart. They cause high blood pressure, atherosclerosis, chronic disease. That's why the aging process starts. That's why you get the wrinkles. Also the acne, the eczema, the dermatitis, cancer. Let me tell you something. Tell me something. When you're taking chemotherapy, for example, don't tell me that you don't get tons and tons of free radicals. They are killing all the cells. Because they don't kill only the bad cell, it kills the bad cell and the good cells. Even if you're taking chemotherapy, taking the protandim will help you have better recovery after treatments of the whatever cancer you take, the chemotherapy you're taking. What about that multi-organ diseases like diabetes and fibromyalgia? Let me tell you, there's been a skyrocket grow in diabetes and fibromyalgia, for example. It's when you're in fibromyalgia, you're in all kinds of medication, NSAIDs, anti-inflammatory, and then if you go to the side effect of those are inflammation, those side effects are oxidative stress, those side effects of all these medications cause all this crazy stuff that might take a little bit out of the pain, but it's causing all the diseases and damaging your body. You see? So imagine if you can control the oxidative stress and you have fibromyalgia, you're going to be able to control the amount of pain that you have. You're going to be able to control the amount of medications that you need to take, and you may be able to be more mobile so you can do the exercise and be able to have the energy to cook you healthy foods and stuff like that, and eventually not need any more medication. The same thing go with joint pains. What about the immune system? Another thing that I noticed is that I used to get colds all the time. I don't know if it was because I was working in the clinic and I was exposed to so many bacteria, but I used to get colds all the time. 2, 3, 4 colds a year. Ever since I've been taking this protandim almost 6 months now, I've been doing pretty good. Pretty good when it comes to that. Another thing that oxidative stress causes is elevated cholesterol. Let me tell you something. The elevated cholesterol is not the fat is not because the fat is bad for you. It's the oxidative process of the fat that impact the fat into the cell walls or onto the vessel walls that cause those blockages that cause those heart attacks. So if you are able to control the oxidative stress, then you won't be able to you're not going to be able to pack fat into your blood vessels, so you won't have atherosclerosis, you won't have heart attacks. You see? And, asthma. For example, asthma. Let me tell you something. Asthma is because you have inflammation in your bronchioles. So you need to take a steroid that will open your bronchioles so that you can breathe properly. Okay, but did you know that when you do that, the steroids that also cause more oxidative stress and cause more free radicals? So imagine if you are able to control the oxidative stress, then you control the inflammation, so you control the amount of attacks, less attacks on your lungs. And what about eye disease and all the other and brain? What about, let me tell you, Parkinson's? All these diseases like Parkinson's, diseases like Alzheimer's, they all have to do with the oxidative. When you go to the research, the first sentence, in the first few sentences, it tells you how much oxidative stress is the main cause and the pathogenesis of all these neurological disorders. So if anybody here that is listening to me, you have a family member or that have dementia, that have Parkinson, that have autism, that have one of the best thing for you to do to prevent is to take this supplement. Okay, so like I was showing you that already. And here is Miss Daisy is going to start to explain the rest of the product with the company.
Yeah, perfect. So you've seen the technology that backs up our main product that was actually the main discovery and that got LifeVantage famous was NRF2, but obviously there's more that happens in the body as we get older that needs more help. And so all the products that we have in the company are really 100% backed by science. They're patented. They've been researched again and again. And this is our favorite stack, basically, for those people that really want to get into biohacking and start hacking those couple of points that we all need to make sure that we're taking care of our bodies. So for example, in the Vitality Stack, we have the NRF2. We have another product called NRF1. And NRF1 has to do with helping the body produce mitochondria, which Aida touched on just a little bit. Mitochondria are the little powerhouses in our cells that help us produce energy. So as we get older, we start to, have a little brain fog. It starts to get harder to get up in the morning. We get that down after 3 o'clock in the afternoon where you get really tired. So that's what all the mitochondria help you to build up. The other part of the Vitality Stack is our ProBio. ProBios, right now, everybody knows the gut and the brain. The gut is the second brain, and that axle needs to be connected well. We need to have probiotics that help our microbiome so that we can think properly, so that our body can function better. And it's just a very necessary part for overall vitality in the body. So that's a part of our Vitality Stack. And lastly, our Omega Plus line. That's one of our newer lines, actually, and it's a really nice addition because the omegas are the good omegas, okay, none of the 6s, but the 3s and the 7s, and it also comes with an additional vitamin D in there as well. And right nowadays, a lot of people have been suffering, even like us. I mean, we live down in Florida. It's always sunny, but we just don't go outside to get any of that good sunshine that we need. And a lot of people are suffering from vitamin D deficiencies, so we've included that as well. And that's like the main stack that everybody should start on if you want to biohack yourself, really to make sure you're running at 100%. So just to go over them in detail just a little bit, we've got the NRF1. Aida?
Then, yes.
Can you switch the slide, please?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. So this is the NRF1. Like I was saying, it's also all completely natural, right? And it supports mitochondrial dysfunction. So as you get older, this will help you sleep. This will help you on cellular repair. It'll help your brain, and it'll help your cardiovascular and even your circulatory system. The ProBios that I was mentioning on the next slide have a patented technology that's actually different from all the other probiotics that are out there, because also often there's probiotics, but people don't even realize that as you take them, the bacteria that you already have in your gut might actually kill the good bacteria that you're trying to get to your gut before they have a chance to get where they're supposed to get. So ours is covered with a special formula called BioTract and Wellmune technology, and it allows over 60% more of the good culture bacteria to get to where it needs to get, which is really, really cool because you actually get more out of the product. The omegas on the next slide, as I was telling you about, they already have the omega-3s. They don't have the omega-6s, which is not something that we need to increase in our bodies, but they have omega-7s, which are super important, and 800 UIs of vitamin D, which is awesome. And they can actually, our company is so strict on the technology and on the product that we get that we can actually trace the fish that we get the omegas from the boat that it was shipped on all the way to your bottle, just to make sure that all the quality stays the same. So that's a really nice little extra in there. Our product line afterwards started to include a couple of other lines that we've noticed have been really growing a lot. And one of those markets has been the energy drink market. However, everybody knows that the energy drinks out there, and even though some people drink them, okay, and I don't understand why, but they're really, really bad for you. I mean, they're full of caffeine, they're full of sugar, they're full of bad stuff. And they've been even already linked to cardiovascular issues and heart attacks. But we wanted to make something that is a lot more natural, completely natural, sugar-free, non-GMO. It's even vegan. And there's two versions of it. We call it Smart Energy. One that actually has caffeine, but it only has as much caffeine as a cup of coffee would have. And it's all from green tea, which is great. And a second one that helps with focus because it activates the NRF2 in your brain and actually can help like kids with ADHD, kids with autism. They have a much easier time focusing after they take a little shot of this Axio Smart Energy drink. Physique is our weight management line. That's on the next slide. We did not want to go into the weight loss sector because weight loss is a very up and down game. It's not actually optimizing your bodies. Your body knows how much it needs to weigh, and your body, if it's functioning well, can get you to that weight without too much hassle. I mean, yes, you have to exercise and eat right, but I mean, we should all be doing that anyway. So our weight management line includes whey protein, which is really delicious. I love it. It includes fat burn pills that will help you get rid of that stubborn fat that just doesn't want to move, that's been there for years. And it includes even a prebiotic so that when you take your vitality stack with the probiotics, you're giving them good food and you're helping your system function better. All right, next slide is our skincare line. Our skincare line was actually developed after we had some of those universities look at our NRF2 activator. They discovered that it can also help with cancer, and our skincare line has been proven to help solve skin cancer in about a couple of cases. I'm not really sure what the number is right now, and I don't want to give you wrong information, but it's been proven to work because we're basically applying the same NRF2 technology that we're using to fix ourselves from the outside in, this time, no, from the inside out, sorry, this time from the outside in, because our skin is our largest organ, and if we can help it, we want to be able to. So the True Science skincare line is amazing. I love it for wrinkles, for everything. It's helped me get rid of, I have horrible, horrible, horrible dark circles under my eyes. They're so much better now, so I will never live without this anymore. And then from this, we developed a hair care line as well, which is 100% environmentally friendly. It got like the best ratings on an application called Think Dirty, which is like a ratings for different hair care, for different skin care. And this one, you know that as you put it on your hair and even as it washes down the drain, you're doing something great for your own scalp and for your own hair, but you're also not harming the environment, which is really great. We have a serum there that helps hair growth. That is amazing. Like within 2 months, you can see hair growth on people that, you know, you would have never thought would be able to change like that. So it's really cool. And last but not least, we have our Pet Tandem line. And we have our Pet Tandem line because we love our animals, and our four-legged friends are, regretfully, they age about 7% faster than we do. They produce 7 times more oxidative stress than we do, and that's why their lifespan is a little bit shorter. But being able to lower their oxidative stress can also help them keep their playfulness, keep more energy. There's some really awesome testimonials on YouTube about this. I love putting in Pet Tandem on YouTube and looking at them, because for animals, like for horses, even for cats, they're all mammals. They can all use this kind of technology, and they don't have like their body can't, what's the word? I'm having a brain fart. Hold on.
No side effects, no side effects.
Thank you, no side effects. That can happen, it can happen. We're all human, right? I need to drink more Axio. Darn it. I didn't grab my Axio this afternoon. All right, so that's our last product. As you can see, the full system for biohacking involves everything. We start out from the vitality stack all over to weight management. We've got things to activate your brain and help you get more energy as well with the Axios. The pet tandem line is awesome. My doggy loves it. He's chilling behind me, but still. And then the skincare and the hair care. So we're not in that many markets. It's a really nice compact line, but it encompasses everything that you really need. And when you look at the business aspect of it, this is just really briefly, I'm just going to go over it with you because it's not a company that is only available here in the US. And I like to mention this too because our listeners, I mean, you might know somebody or you might have family, like my family's in Germany, for example, and I have my mom on NRF2 ever since I started, and she's never stopping to take it either. So I'm really happy that this is something that's international that you can build up. If you're looking to build it for a business, it's something that you can share to friends in other places. I am able to have customers in Canada, in Mexico, in Thailand, in the Dominican, in Germany. I've had a very international life, and this was just a great benefit for me to not have to do all that work because the company is already opening the markets and taking care of all the paperwork and all the administration for me. So that's a really nice extra. The company has been growing, like Aida said, it's been around since 2003, but it was really small. The direct sales system was taken up in about 2009. And ever since then, it's been growing. We're still at the start, though. The whole biohacking, nutrigenomics industry, where people are starting to take better care of their health, is really just at its start. And right now, we're in the early adapters phase. There's so many companies out there that are already in the stabilization, that have already gone through their growth spurt. We are really excited for it because we know we're only just getting there. And for the ones of us that are able to take advantage of this train as it's leaving the station, it's going to be a whole lot more beneficial. So we don't believe in a traditional working plan. We believe in working, helping, training, working as a team. As you can tell, Aida and I, we connect every week. I mean, it's important because we don't want people to be stuck alone trying to run a business, which can be very hard. And we also don't believe that you need to work 50, 60, 70 years before you're supposed to enjoy your life. You're supposed to enjoy your life every single day. That's what we try to do. And that's why the LifeVantage work plan on the next slide is a little bit different. It's a lot shorter. Okay? You want to learn and you want to earn, and then you want to enjoy life and live it and share what you've been able to do, because through residual income, you are actually able to guarantee your future and your legacy, even for your kids, if that's something that you're looking into. It's a proven system. We do everything online. We do everything through an app that we have. We do everything through the team, so that you're not by yourself, and every single person has their own way of working, and we respect that. We want to help other people get better. We want to help other people achieve their dreams, and we want to help people have a body that functions well, whether that's in business or whether that's in health. For us, it's important that we're functioning well, we're able to be productive, we're able to be happy with the life that we have and that we're leading, to be able to help our family, to be able to help our community, to be able to help all those around us, and just make, well, the world a better place, if you want to put it that way, right? Because once you're happy in here, you can make everything out there happy as well. So at this, I just want to thank you again for your time. I always ask at the end of a presentation where you are. So whenever you're ready, please connect either with Aida or myself. Okay. Right now, you're either one of three things, and it's really, really simple. Number one, thank you, but no thank you. Not interesting, and that's okay. That's no problem. I thank you for taking the time to listen to this, because it's not an information that you could have gotten from somewhere else. And maybe, hey, in the back of your brain, you're thinking of somebody that could use this, like Aida was, because she was looking for help for her friend, and she got the help for her friend, but she also got a great help for herself. So whether it's a yes or a no for you, just connect with that. If it's a no, that's okay too. Just let us know. Or you could be looking at, hey, I want to try out some of this. I'd like to see what this can do for me. I want to see how this can help me. It's not a quick process. Don't get me wrong. It's not going to happen from today to tomorrow. My son, it did. But on my son, he's only 16 years old. He has a condition. When I started him on the product, I saw changes within 2 weeks, but that's because he was really bad. Okay? For other people, it might take a little bit of time, but I promise you it'll be so worth it, because it's a quality of life that you're improving for yourself that you will notice after a couple of months. So if you're a customer, hey, please get back to us. We will be so happy to just advise you on what you need, what could help you get your body functioning optimally. Or you might be number 3 and you're thinking, hey, this is really interesting. This is something I'd like to consider doing. Maybe the business aspect would be something that I could do as a side hustle on the side, because I'm sure everybody can deal with an extra $500 a month. I mean, I know I wasn't going to complain about that when they told me that, but hey, that's up to you. So whichever one of the 3 you are, I thank you so much for your time. I thank you for your openness. And I hope that you get in touch with either me or Aida so we can share some more of this biohacking experience with you. And if you know somebody who could benefit from it, please also share it with them, because that's our job. That's what we have to do in order to help people get healthier. So I wish you a good night or a good day whenever you're watching this.
Thank you so much.
And I hope to see you soon. Bye.